Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss the provision relating to the provisional assessment which is given under section 60 of the CGST Act. We will discuss section 60 of the CGST Act as well as we will correlate section 60 with section 39 which is relates to furnishing of the GST return, section 50 which is relates to the interest on a late payment, section 54 which is related to refund, and section 56 which is related to interest on delayed refund. So we will not only discuss section 60 that is related to the provisional assessment, but we will correlate this section 60 with many more sections of the CGST Act. So let us start with discussion. First we will understand the assessment provision. The first assessment is regarding the self-assessment. So what is the self-assessment? Under section 59, the provision is given that every registered person shall self-assess his tax liability and furnish the return for the tax period as specified under section 39. So under section 39, the return is generally GSTR 3B, CMP 08, GSTR 4, TDS return which is required to be comply with the provision of section 51, non-resident taxable persons return at extra. So this is the provision of section 59 which relates to the self-assessment. Now we will discuss provisional assessment which is given under section 660. So what is the provision? If taxable person is unable to determine the value of goods or services or both, or he is unable to determine the rate of a tax applicable thereto. So where the provisional assessment is applicable? If a taxable person is unable to determine the value or a rate. So only two conditions here, that the taxable person is unable to determine the value of goods or he is unable to determine the rate of a tax. Then he may request to the proper officer with writing the reason therefore for payment of tax on a provisional basis. So अगर टैक्सेबल पर्सन वैल्यू ऑफ गुड्स और सर्विसेज या फिर रेट एप्लीकेबल डिटरमाइन नहीं कर सकता है तो वो प्रॉपर ऑफिसर को प्रोविजनल बेसिस पे पेमेंट करने के लिए रिक्वेस्ट करेगा. जैसे ही प्रोविजनल असेसमेंट के लिए रिक्वेस्ट करेगा, प्रॉपर ऑफिसर विथ इन द पीरियड ऑफ 90 days फ्रॉम द डेट ऑफ एप्लीकेशन पास एन ऑर्डर to pay the tax on the basis of a provisional. However, before passing the order, the proper officer should direct the taxable person to execute a bond with such surety and a security. Why such surety or a security is required? Because at the time of a final assessment, there may be a chance that the tax liability determined under the final assessment order is more than whatever the amount paid under the provisional basis. So before allowing to pay the taxable person on a provisional basis, the proper officer will make sure that the taxable person shall execute the bond. This will binding a taxable person for payment of a difference between the amount tax finally assessed and the amount provisionally assessed. Suppose on a finally tax liability is 100, however he has paid only 75 on a provisional basis, so remaining 25 taxable person is obliged to pay, and for the purpose of this the proper officer required the taxable person to execute the bond. Further, when the proper officer will pass the final order, so the proper officer will pass the final order within a period not exceeding 6 months from the date of a communication of the original order, that is allowing him to pay on a provisional basis. So proper officer will pass the order within a period of 6 months. However, for the reason to be recorded in a writing, such period may be extended for a further period of not exceeding 6 months, but it is with the permission of a JC or a additional commission. So the joint commissioner or additional commissioner has a power to extend such period for a further 6 months. Further, the commissioner has a power to extend such period for a not exceeding 4 years. So a provisional assessment which allow you to pay on a provisional basis. So joint कमिश्नर और एडिशनल कमिश्नर जो है वो फाइनल असेसमेंट का ऑर्डर का पीरियड 6 मंथ तक एक्सटेंड कर सकता है और कमिश्नर 4 साल तक उसे एक्सटेंड कर सकता है. नाउ अगर प्रोविजनल बेसिस पे आपको 100 रुपीज का पेमेंट करना है तो आपको यह पेमेंट कब तक करना है? यू हैव टू पे दिस tax on a provisional basis on or before the due date of filing the return under section 39. If you are not paying the tax on or before the furnishing of a return which is the date given under section 39, then you will be liable to pay the interest under section 50 subsection 1. This interest is payable irrespective of whether such amount is paid before or after issuance of the final assessment order. So even though you are paying the tax on a provisional basis under section 60, you are not safe from the interest liability if you are paying the tax. You are paying the tax with delayed days. That is, you are not paying the tax within the date prescribed for the purpose of furnishing the return. Now what is the date? Under section 39 subsection 7, payment of tax shall be made till the last date of furnishing the return. However, if any person is paying a tax under section 10, that is the composite taxable person, then the date will be 18 of the succeeding quarter. Under section 51, that is the TDS related payment, that is 10th of the succeeding month. If any person is a non-resident taxable person, then he is required to pay the tax within 20 days after the month or 7 days after the last date of the registration. However, the new scheme is coming, that is a QRMP scheme. The QRMP scheme, we have a detailed discussion in our last video. I am also sharing the link in a video description for this scheme. So the person opting for a QRMP scheme, there is a proviso to section 39 subsection 1. Here the person is required to pay the tax on or before 25th after the month. So any person who is required to pay the tax on the provisional basis shall have to pay the tax which is determined on a provisional basis on or before the furnishing in the return. If he is not paying a tax on or before the furnishing the return, then he will be liable to pay the interest under section 50 subsection 1. What is the rate of interest? The rate of interest shall be 18%. Further, it should be paid by debiting the cash ledger. So it is not allowed to pay the interest from your balance of an electronic credit ledger. It must be paid by debiting the electronic cash ledger. Further, as per the press release given by the CBIC, that interest shall be on the net liability basis. So interest shall be on a net liability basis. What is meaning that if you have a total liability of 100, however you have a ITC of a rupees 50, then what is your net liability? Your net liability is only rupees 50, and if you are paying the tax late, then interest will be chargeable on this 50, that is the net liability basis as per section 50 subsection 1. Now there may be a chances that registered person has a paid the tax on a provisional basis with a higher amount. Same, for example, he had paid the tax of rupees 120. However, at the time of final assessment, he have to pay only rupees 100. So he had paid excess amount of 20 rupees. So this 20 rupees he shall be granted a refund. Further, if government is making the delayed payment of this refund, then government is liable or taxable person is entitled for a interest under section 56. What is the rate of a interest? The rate of a interest is 6%. So if you are liable to pay the interest, that the rate of interest is 18%, but the government is giving you the refund and it is a delayed refund, then you will be entitled only 6% interest rate. Further, the refund is entitled only if the applicant has not passed the incidence of a tax and interest to any other person. So this is the main condition, that he has not passed the incident of a tax and interest to another person. Then and then only he will be entitled to refund. This provision is given under section 54 subsection 8. So this was the discussion regarding the provisional assessment under GST. We have already correlate the section 60, that is the provisional assessment, with the section 39 furnishing of a return, section 50 interest, section 54 refund, and section 56 interest on delayed refund. Thank you.